everybody, a lot of great receivers and backs. This kind of feels like a game where they're going to have to click in this new system. And if they can score, they can outscore the Niners tonight. Well, this has developed into one of the most intense rivalries in the National Football League. So settle back. It's the Seahawks.
Hello, football fans. Seahawks 49ers, biggest rivalry in the NFC West and biggest game in the NFC West up to this point. And my favorite rivalry in all of football. What's up, PBR Street Gang? Kai's 25. Can you guys hear me? Yo, PBR. Yes, hello, Kai's. Robert, Drunken Charge. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. What's up, Rob? How many turtles have you adopted this vacation? Check out, Rob posted an interview with him and his brother on his podcast, on that NBC podcast he does. Rob was on set there. So you guys make sure and check that out. It's in the Fights with Friends Facebook chat. Any Niners fans in here? If so, feel free to leave. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Went to Southern California desert. So if I caught anything, that would be tortoises. Just kidding. All right, Seahawks have lost to the 49ers 5 games in a row, though, including the 2023 NFC West Wild Card game. Geno Smith has never beaten the 49ers, and this is a huge one for them. It's in Lumen Field, so it's in Seattle. Tortoises would be easier to catch. Went to Southern California. Low desert, yes. Yeah, tortoises are probably still not too hard to catch. I remember that rabbit when he was chasing the tortoise. He was like taking all these breaks and shit. That's why he lost the race. But yes, they would. I had one as a pet when I was in my early 30s. It was 24 inches in diameter. Seems like just yesterday I was in my early 30s, Rob, when you say that. 10 years just goes by like that. A lot of memories with this rivalry for me, though. When we won the Super Bowl, or after we won the NFC Championship, I guess. I don't know how many people remember that. It was way back in 2014, of course, 10 years ago. We had just beaten the Niners, and Richard Sherman had tipped the ball away in the end zone, called the super tip. We had T-shirts for it and everything. And, of course, I am flying in to Berkeley. Me and my wife actually are flying into Berkeley for a business trip with other managers and executives and all this stuff. And Berkeley, if you don't know, runs right into San Francisco. So people are asking us where we're from when we get there. And we're like, Washington. And they're like, where in Washington? They didn't like us very much that week. We got a lot of shit. But, oh, Jesus, Robert. Some meth head stole him. Oh, geez. Yes, go Seattle. Thank you, PBR. I hope they can get it done tonight. Seattle is a plus 155 underdog, 3.5 point dogs, despite being at home. Geno Smith coming off of a so-so performance against the Giants in a game. They almost came back and won, but it seems like they really shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. Geno Smith, 2022 and 2023 Pro Bowl selection. I believe he was comeback player of the year there in 2022. Real Cinderella story, Russell Wilson. A lot of people may not like him now, especially here in Seattle. But remember Russell Wilson at the time, he was a third-round draft pick for us. And being that he was so short, he was under 6 feet for a quarterback, which is basically unheard of. He was a bit of a Cinderella story at the time. Geno Smith, definitely a Cinderella story. On the bench, I think most people expected him to just be a backup quarterback for his entire career. As you guys know, Russell Wilson, he gets traded to the Denver Broncos for a decade's worth of draft picks. Denver keeps him for like 1 year and then cuts him when they realized that they couldn't afford to pay all the money that they'd promised him. And there is the kickoff from the Niners. Hawks will catch it at about the 5-yard line to the 20, to the 25, 30, 35, all the way to about the 36-yard line. Pretty good kickoff return to start the game here for Seattle. And they are showcasing the old school uniforms right now. You see those old school jerseys. Those are what I remember in the 80s growing up. I think the helmet's pretty much looking the same too. Poor Turtle had nothing but addicts for owners. I bet I was that little Oompa Loompa, Ray Rice. He probably rode that tortoise out of town. And the Seahawks hand it off to Kenneth Walker III, who picks up about 3 yards on the first run of the game. At home? I thought it was in Cali. No, this one's at home. It's in Seattle. Wilson is awesome. I didn't watch football when he shit the bed. Now he's the best in the game at holding Phil's jockstrap. Legends. Legend. All right, 2nd and 7 for the Hawks. Right about the 38, 39-yard line here. So there is a snap and another run, and Kenneth Walker met with a wall, gets just past the line of scrimmage. I mean, they may say he got a yard. It didn't look like it's even a full yard. So they're going to say 3rd and 6. He got maybe a foot. Wall gets just past the line of scrimmage. I mean, they may say he got a yard. It didn't look like it's even a full yard. So they're going to say 3rd and 6. He got maybe a foot. And Geno Smith back under pressure, finds Metcalf to the 50, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. DK Metcalf didn't look like there was a whole lot of room to run, but he makes his own room. Watch this again. Geno Smith avoiding the sack, finding Metcalf for about a 20-yard gain there.
It's a big loss for them. They got a number of losses on that defense. One with a bulky knee.
And no flag, just an audible by Smith at the line. He's going to hand it off to Kenneth Smith, or Kenneth Walker, excuse me, who finds a hole. And look at the genius. If they show the replay here, look at the genius of the way Geno Smith hands this ball off. I mean, he is literally standing in the fire tonight. And he is engaging. Man, he's going to get sacked a lot if he keeps doing that. But so far, it looks great. I mean, he stood in the fire, watched as defenders were going by, actually moves forward, hands it off to the running back. And Kenneth Walker gets 4. And wow, Walker, one of these guys, a bit like Marshawn Lynch. First, second, third hit, and he keeps going. Looks like he probably only picked up about a yard there. But they're going to show this replay about what I was talking about earlier.
keeps the leverage to the defense, keeps him from getting outside of him. We're just getting that strength.
See, he had his jersey, he had his... He tried to pants him. Still couldn't get him down. 3rd and 5 for the Hawks. I would imagine this is going to be another passing play here on their own 25. Smith back, has time. Oh, he throws an interception right by the end zone. Mustafa with an early interception. Oh, my goodness. Seattle looked like they were going to drive easily on the Niners. I mean, moving to the end zone after just a few plays, and Smith got hit on that one. He overthrows Tyler Lockett into double coverage. Man, he wishes he could have that one back, and the 49ers will take over on their side, on the Seahawks side of the field. Tonight marks 8 years in Massachusetts, plus tonight is my 9-year anniversary of praying for meth and heroin. So I'm celebrating with a couple nips of alcohol. 9 years in Massachusetts. Well, congratulations, Rob. Yo, Rob, I offered you a trade. I know you like your Eagles. October 10th, 2025, the day I quit drugs. Congratulations. Happy anniversary, Robert. Don't drink too much to celebrate it, though. Remember, alcohol is still a drug. But yes, congrats. Phil D. Rowe in the house. Hey, sir. What's going on, Phil? Bet Phil's been out chopping some wood. Winter is coming. Although you wouldn't know it, it was 73 degrees here yesterday. A little cooler today. It's like, I don't think it quite got up to 60 today. It's 59. This is the heat of the day here. Still pretty nice day. No rain. Can't complain. But, man, what a horrible start here for the Hawks. And let's go over to DraftKings and see what we got going on for odds, though. Might do a little virtual betting here. Wow, Niners minus 215 at the moment. Hawks plus 165, and the Hawks are now 4.5-point dogs. Give me plus 200, and I'll jump on it here. But the Niners out of their own end zone, and there's a run and quickly stuffed by the Hawks. Yeah, see, my chair and myself, it's not like blurry in the live stream, but when I recorded this earlier, I don't know if it's something with my computer, but there was like a little blur on the green screen. All right, Niners 2nd and 9 on their own 4-yard line. And Purdy holding that in the end zone, and he runs forward and slides almost to the first down marker. It's going to be about 3rd and 1. He was really playing with fire there, though. Seahawks could have ended up with a safety. Brock Purdy, 6 touchdowns so far this year, 1,374 yards, but 4 interceptions, and none bigger than last week, trailing the Arizona Cardinals 24-23 in the 4th quarter, and he threw that interception down by 1. And Purdy looking for room. Can they stop him? He makes it. He dives forward for about 2 yards. Beautiful play there by Brock Purdy. They brought the house. but a Purdy move there from Brock. Man, it is amazing the way some of these guys break tackles now. Have to go back and check. It's a lot of dudes. Go check and see what you think when you get a chance. Oh, trades. Devon, okay, I will. Why? I just started my wood stove for the first time this season. It's cold tonight, 40 degrees. We'll check out trade and think about it. I'm open to counters, so let me know. All right. This week sucks. Both my QBs have bye weeks. But you almost beat me last week, Rob. You were almost the one to dethrone me. Still undefeated, though. All right, just under 9 minutes left to go in the first, 2nd and 6 for the 49ers. And here's a run to the side. Oh, and he's picking up steam and taking 4 Hawks with him. Going to be about 3rd and 2 once again. Over under for this game, 43.5. It's I believe I seen it at 49.5 earlier during the week. I was like, man, that might be worth jumping on. I mean, that's a 25-24 ball game. 49.5, if it's 25-24 and you got the under, you still win. Can potentially trade you one of mine. Definitely like both my QBs right now. Try to be humble, Mike. Kicking our ass. All right, 3rd and 1. And Purdy fakes the handoff, finds a wide open receiver who bobbles and almost can't bring it in. But he is tackled. That's number 1, holding his neck as he gets up, too. Deebo Samuel.
How about the call by Kyle Shanahan on 3rd and short, deep in your own territory? Everybody expecting with the formation, the personnel grouping, they're going to run the ball. No, they're not. Not with Kyle Shanahan.
So smart play here by the Niners, and Deebo Samuel almost Deebo's it, but he brings it in. All right, the pitch on 1st and 10, and he is going. He might be gone. To the 40, to the 30, breaking more tackles to the 28. Wow. Tough when your best player's down. I feel for the dude who drafted CMC. Right? Yeah, it's he's been out the whole season, right? McCaffrey. I don't know if that was a good run or just horrible tackling by the Hawks or a combination of both. And Niners inside of the 30, inside the 25 to about the 22. And Hawks now plus 240. Niners 6.5 point favorites. So plus 240, huh? I'm going to make a virtual bet here if I can get up in time here. I'm going to make a virtual bet. Plus 240. $30 at plus 240. Oh, and inside the 10. No, I'm going to wait a minute. Plus 280 now and 7.5. I'll pick plus 280. I don't know if the Seahawks will win, but 3-1 odds. Even if he comes back, are they really going to take Mason out? Dude has been unreal. First and goal, and yeah, dude definitely has been unreal. Gets to about the 8-yard line there, second and goal. Mike Shanahan, one of the best coaches in the game. And under 5 minutes to go here in the first. Man, that over under 49.5. I knew it was tempting. It's 44, it's 45.5 now. And Purdy back in and out of the hands of his running back. And a good play there by Baker to break it up. Going to be third and goal. Seahawks have let a lot of big plays go in the middle of the field this season. But inside the red zone, they have made a lot of stops. Maybe the team shouldn't have got there, but they have turned a lot of, would-be touchdowns into field goals. Big play here on third and goal. Purdy back, and they're bringing everybody in and out to Deebo Samuel, and that's fourth and goal. So the Niners will have to kick a field goal here. I would assume. So and Seahawks just went to plus 200. That's why you got to jump in on things like that and get the plus 280. So if I was at the casino, like I said, I'd throw $30 on plus 280 and make about 100 should the Hawks win. All right, and there is the field goal. Wow. And that just about missed. Wishnowski, I bet he wishes he would have kicked that one a little better, but it was a short one, and the drunk duck made it through. .30 Niners. Now remember, the Seahawks received the first kickoff, so the Niners will receive the kickoff to begin the second half. Yeah, I don't know if McCaffrey's going to come back or not, but hopefully. Greg Brimstone, are you in here? I sent your wife a trade offer. Lucky. Or no, did I finalize that one? If I didn't, I will send her one. I want her injured receiver that's going to be out for 4 games. All right, 7 in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And we are re-monetized. So thank you for everybody that's re-upped their premium memberships. The new premium members, those who have donated early and often through Super Chat. We've had a good October so far. We had a good end of September, good beginning of October. So I'll try to remind everybody early and often. This Saturday, we're going to be doing boxing. We got Better Beeve and Baval. Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol should be an absolutely incredible fight. Then we got a UFC. After that, I will be gone in Florida. Me and the wife are going to Disney World. Flying out on a Saturday, flying back on a Saturday. So that most likely means I will miss 2 UFCs, and I'm going to miss the Max Holloway Topuria fight. Man, I got to try to not find out who won. so I can find a stream in time. So, Rob Wyatt, Philly B, you too, Mike. Hey, Kai's 25. Good to see you, my man. How's your week been? Looks like most people are off of work. Everybody's off of work at 5:30. I know it's 8:30 on the East Coast. And a heck of a kickoff there from the Niners. That's going to bounce in the end zone. He's going to take it out. I have no idea why. And get hit at about the 8-yard line. What a boneheaded Charlie Brown move that was. Number 33, Williams, you absolutely suck. Why? He watches it bounce in the end zone. Then he waits, and it looks like he waits and thinks about it for a minute. All the defenders are almost to him. He's like, oh, I'm going to run a little bit. I'm going to run just a tiny bit. Gets out to about the 8-yard line and fucks his team over. You jackass. I guess it's about the 10. On the 1st and 10. And Kenneth Walker stopped on the first play. Going to be 2nd and 10 if he even made it back to the line of scrimmage. It was close. Guys, what's the biz? Not bad. Can't complain. There's another run from Kenneth Walker, and he does much better this time. Gets it up to about the 17. So it looks like we'll be looking about 3rd and 3. Now, you know they need to get this ball into the hands of DK Metcalf. Stay away from Mustafa. And Walker in the huddle. I don't think it's going to him, though. We'll see. 3rd and 2, we might see a run play here. I wouldn't run it. I think the Niners will probably expect it. I'm guessing Metcalf. And Smith back, has time, and it's the tight end Noah Fant with the reception for about 6 yards and the first down for the Seahawks. Yeah, and Seahawks back up to a plus 210. Like I said, plus 280 might be the best you get tonight. Got out of work 20 years ago. My buddy, a huge Niner fan, says he's been hearing McCaffrey is done. Oh, that would suck. What is the injury to him, by the way? Geno Smith back, has protection. He's going to air it out. And he is just not accurate today. Nowhere near his target, DK Metcalf. Totally underthrew him. And luckily, Metcalf was kind of watching it. If he would have just overthrown the 2 defenders, Metcalf's gone. That should have been a touchdown. Any word of Chubb coming back this season? I don't remember what it was, but I thought Chubb was coming back. I thought he was coming back in 2 or 3 weeks. Smith back and in and out of the hands of Metcalf, and this is going to be 3rd and 10. And a tough 3rd and 10 because you just threw it to Metcalf the last 2 times, so they're going to be all over him. And Metcalf actually should have caught that one. In and out of the hands. Good defensive play there, though, by the Niners. Metcalf double-teamed there. And Charbonnet in on this play. Don't be surprised if you see a screen pass to the big back Charbonnet. And Smith back once again, has time, throws into triple coverage. Looking for Metcalf again, but man, he's about to pull a Patrick Mahomes and get his wide receiver put out for the season, throwing passes like that.
There just in case to help out. And I think what the crowds reacted to is the same thing DK Metcalf reacted to is before he got to the top of the route, there was a little bit of a grab there with that right hand. Oh,
definitely looked like it could have been pass interference, but no flag. And if they're going to let him play, as long as they let it play on both sides of the ball, I have no issues with that. I would rather not be seeing a bunch of flags all night. Oh, and the Niners trip on that one. He still dives to the 22-yard line. Luck seems to be with the Niners tonight so far. Geno never been accurate. He's been, stats-wise, he's been the most accurate quarterback in the league, I believe, for 2 seasons now. I mean, he wasn't for a couple years when they kept on throwing him on the bench. But he's been pretty accurate for a minute now. Not today. We need a Lamar Jackson. Wyatt, we need to figure out what it takes to get Lamar Jackson from Baltimore. We'll give him Geno Smith, Jaxon Smith Njigba, and our tight end Noah Fant. And give him some money. I don't think they're going to go for it, though. All right, guys, time to pay a couple bills. And if the sound sounds a little different right now, it's because my newish microphone just burnt out. I am glad I got the warranty from Best Buy. I usually don't buy this, but I think it was like $5. And yeah, this thing just went kaput. I used it this morning for a video, and then I went to go use it right before this started, and it is done. Toast. Won't turn on, won't light up. So I have to make a trip back to Best Buy. Yeah, I keep trying to get it to plug in, but it is not, it is not happening. It's either the cord or the mic. Could be the cord. I'll have to try another cord later. But all right, Niners with the ball on the 22-yard line. Purdy back, finds a receiver, finds a running back there. Actually, that's for about 8 yards. All right, 10 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. Second and 1 here for the Niners, who are plus 290 favorites for the moment, and 7.5 points. And there is a run, and the Seahawks stop them on 2nd and 1, actually push them back a couple yards. Much needed play. What date does college basketball start? We still got a ways to go. Probably I think January? Maybe December. I don't know what day. I just know I'm looking forward to March Madness as always. All right, 3rd and 2 here for the Niners. And Hawks making some, the crowd making some noise here. Fake the handoff and almost intercepted. What a play by Love. Julian Love with a huge play on 3rd and 2, and San Francisco will be forced to punt. I mean, that is just a ginormous defensive play there. because they were at risk of getting within field goal range and a flag, early flag on the play. He's not even going to waste the punt.
Like 14 minutes and
Hopefully it's not offsides on the Hawks.
from Craig Rolstad for the first time tonight. False start. Offense. Number 50. The 5-yard penalty.
So that's going to throw the Niners back 5 yards. That is not going to affect this punt much. If anything, it might be a little easier to get for the punter to pin it inside the 10-yard line. Who is everyone's team? I think Rob's a Niners fan, aren't you, Rob? And there is the punt. Oh, I guess it did affect him. Fair catch called at the 28-yard line by number 33 Williams. So Seattle will take over there. Just 12 seconds left in the first quarter. 49ers 3, Seahawks 0 from Lumen Field. And Seahawks in the huddle here. If you're looking for somewhere to watch along, this is on Amazon Prime Video in the States. I don't know if Prime Video is just in the U.S., if this is somewhere else in other places, but I think it's also on the NFL Network. So, all right, Hawks 1st and 10, taking over from the 28-yard line. Hopefully Geno can have a better series here, and he hands it off quickly to Kenneth Walker III, who looks like he picks up about 3 yards. That's what Chuck Knox used to say. Our old Seahawks coach. Oh, when we sucked forever. God, we sucked forever. They called him Ground Chuck. And he would just say, all we need is 3 1/3 yards a run. And we can just continue to get first downs. And, I mean, yeah, that's all good until you don't get it. Oh, who's my college basketball team? The Gonzaga Bulldogs. Spokane. Let's see here. Go Bulldogs. I don't know where my Hawks hat is at the moment, though. I misplaced it. Always like Vegas playing style college b-ball. Call me old school, but I like Duke, Notre Dame, and Tar Heels. You'd be with Billy. Billy's the Duke fan. That 90s team, arguably best all time. Pretty damn good. Yeah, no, pretty damn good. All right, guys, if you would like to bet on sports, if it's legal in your area, you got to sign up for DraftKings. So right now, bet $5. Just deposit $5 and bet $5, win or lose. After your bet, DraftKings is going to give you $200. They're going to give me $200. This is $400 off a $5 bet. Make sure and hit that DraftKings affiliate sponsorship and sign up for that immediately. I can't imagine that special is going to be going very long. Oh, Vegas, yeah. Hoosiers were way before my time, but I love the movie. Talking about the running Rebels. And there is a handoff to Walker, who has some room on the outside. Gets about 5 out of that one. Looks like it'd be about 3rd and 3. I thought he'd go out of bounds, but the clock's still running. What's our over-under now? Like I said, the over-under started at 49.5. I had thought about jumping on it, and I should have. It's moved to 40.5 now. All right, 3rd and 3. Big play here for the Hawks from their 35-yard line. Smith back under pressure, finds Walker, but Walker cannot make it. Stopped at about the line of scrimmage, and a huge defensive play for the 49ers. What a stop. Number 54, Warner. Watch this guy. And he's just waiting. He's watching the play, and then just in the right place at the right time. That is a guy that knows how to wait to get what he wants. And the Seahawks will be forced to punt again. And it's going to land about the 22-yard line. Jordan, I followed on the Tar Heels when I was a little boy. I liked Isu when Chris Jackson was there. He was Steph Curry before Steph, but better. Damn. That is quite the compliment. Better than Steph Curry. Oh, sorry, guys. Technical difficulties in the background there. Oh my goodness, wide open Deebo Samuel. And he's going to take it all the way to the house, and he's getting the prime rate. No 8% interest on that shit. He's sitting there in he's locked into a 3.5. And the Niners now lead the Hawks 9-0. I'm going to call it 10. Things not looking good for the Hawks right now. And Hawks just moved to plus 500 underdogs, and probably rightfully so, 11.5 points. And there is the extra point is good. Now let's watch that again, and man, Samuel just slipping coverage and nobody back there, nobody could catch him. Yeah, I can't wait for some college basketball, though. That will be fun. We should look that up now that somebody asked. So look them up, Mike. He had games 10 to 12 threes a game. Jesus. That is, that's pretty intense. College basketball starts November 4th. Okay, so we're just about 3 weeks away. November 4th through March 16th. When does the NBA start? I know it's going to be a few years before we find out if we get our Sonics back or not. But oh, they're already in preseason. I didn't realize. Regular season begins October 22nd, ends on April 13th. All right, then. We might have to do some basketball. I know Torrin's a basketball fan. Torrin Brown. I think most people, or I know a lot of you guys, like college basketball better than the NBA now. But it's fun to watch some of those guys once they get into the NBA, like Zion. Zion Williamson was just crushing dudes in college. He's had a little injury issues in the NBA, but got Chris Jackson, LSU highlights. Will do, man. And let's watch this play again. Just what an embarrassing play.
It goes like on a rail route down that sideline. Nobody picks him up. Ball is thrown back.
How?
Good job by Purdy, not leading him downfield with his safety. Can maybe get a hand on it. And watch Brock Purdy settle, movement in the pocket, feel.
Great protection from his line. And just, yeah, you can't leave Deebo Samuel that wide open. You can't leave an NFL receiver that wide open. Just horrible coverage there by the Hawks. And there is the kickoff, and they're going to run it to the 20, to the 30. Did he lose it? The ball is loose.
Here come the officials. Who's got it?
Niners are saying they have it. Oh my God, and the Seahawks fumble the ball on the kickoff return. You have got to be kidding me. When it rains, it pours. And there he is. He's going down.
Yeah, it's out. That right knee touch, but the ball came out before that right knee hit.
Yeah, that is definitely a fumble.
Who makes the contact?
Fumble-rooski.
With the recovery, ball is coming out right there. Yep. Just before the knee hits, much to the chagrin and displeasure of the crowd, looking at the replay. And now the 49ers.
And Hawks off to an absolutely horrible start. Niners with the ball, runs about the 32-yard line. And Hawks just moved to plus 900, and they're 16.5-point underdogs the way this game's going. But the over-under is back to 49.5. I like that. If I'm going to take anything right now, I'm going to take I think I'm going to take the under of 49.5. All right, guys, I have the Hawks defense. I thought about trading it, but I think I still have the Hawks defense on my fantasy team, so somebody's got a chance this week. They're going to get me negative points, it's looking like. Yes, I still have them. That's an issue. Metcalf not looking great either. And Purdy being chased all the way back, and he's going to run it around the other direction and throw it away. He could have lost 20 yards there. But 4th and 4, and San Francisco will be forced to punt. You know, I think they'll take it. I think they'll be happy with that. And Niners are going to kick a field goal, and it is good. So 3 points off the turnover. for the San Francisco 49ers, and they lead the Hawks 13-0. Oh, guys, it is bad times for my Seattle Seahawks. But when bad times come, financially, we're looking for another 2008, 2009, and an opportunity to buy good stocks and crypto, maybe. Good stocks at very low prices. Where can you do that at but Robinhood? Guys, sign up for Robinhood today. You're going to get a free stock valued up to $200, anywhere from $5 to $200 free. Let's go, Patrick Willis and the San Fran Criminals. Dude, we're getting murdered, Wyatt. Absolutely murdered. I mean, San Francisco's taking us out to the woodshed and doing us like... I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube again. I'll keep that to myself. But they're doing us dirty. See, there it is. Bet $5, get $200 instantly, but you got to use my code. That way we get $200. If you use Amazon's code, they get $200. They don't need that shit. This is when I say I'm a Ravens fan. I can't blame you, fair weather fan. Oh man, yeah, this is ugly. And for those of us like myself has been saying that Geno Smith, I don't think is the guy to get us there. He's definitely not looking like it today, but you certainly can't blame all this on Geno Smith either. A drop ball by Metcalf, a fumble on a kickoff return, defense not on their guy. And there is the Seattle skyline. You see the Space Needle there, and that in the background you see was added to our skyline. I think it's about 15, 20 years ago now. The Great Wheel. We're just starting to accept it as part of the decor. Feels like either the Hawks or the Ravens is good every year. One or the other, right? All right, and there is the kickoff from the Niners. Just taking the end zone this time, for Christ's sakes, guys. And they do. God, because last time it went in the end zone, caught the ball, he thought about it for about 10 seconds and then ran it up to the 8-yard line. That, to me, is almost a dumber decision than fumbling the ball. At least on the fumble, somebody knocked it out. 1st and 10 for the Hawks from the 30. And Geno back, and he's going to hand it off to Kenneth Walker III, who's going to lose about 3 yards. Seattle just doesn't have a contender quality team this year. Is what it is. They had a great start. More so going for the playoffs rather than the championship. Oh, yeah, and I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs either. Remember, I said I predicted that they would be about 7-9. And I thought maybe I was wrong a couple weeks in, and now, it's kind of starting to show. And Smith back behind this porous offensive line. He's going to take it himself and slides for about a 6-yard gain. There is a flag on the play, though, most likely holding on the offense.
Holding. Offense. Number 67. 5-yard penalty. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, that's the best of their linemen. That's Charles Cross.
And Charles Cross, number 67, and that's a big penalty, 10 yards.
67, but the center, Connor Williams, actually was the the guilty party. The left tackle was fine on that play, but watch.
I mean, so, you know, not only does it tack 10 yards on, it takes away that beautiful play there. 2nd and 23 from their own 15-yard line. There's a screen pass to Charbonnet, who picks up a ton of yards to about the 33.
Now it's 3rd down and 8.
Great play there for Charbonnet for 15 yards, but they still got to pick up 8 yards now. And Geno going with the no huddle here. Looks like offsides on the defense. Call it. There's the flag. Free play. And Geno decides to almost throw an interception.
Free play with Bosa moving there.
Defense, number 97. The 5-yard penalty. Free play. 3rd down.
Bosa trying to get that.
So the Hawks will be 5 yards closer. 3rd and 3. Maybe this is recency bias, but I feel like Baker should really help his team. Or help his team be a good fit. Baker Mayfield? Oh, for sure. But, I mean, I don't think Tampa's getting rid of him. Baker Mayfield's a stud. Yeah, Geno back under pressure. And throws it to absolutely nobody, even though he had a receiver open. And the Hawks will punt once again. And Jaxon Smith Njigba, I mean, he was wide open. He cannot be happy.
Watch how he falls off this throw. Kind of falls back.
Man, Jackson was wide open. Geno Smith playing like absolute hot garbage tonight. And there is the punt. And a fair catch for the Niners at the 5-yard line. He must have really been scared of getting hit. You call it a fair catch at the 5-yard line. Why you wouldn't just let that go into the end zone, I don't know. So maybe a boneheaded play by the Niners there to match some of our boneheaded plays. And Brock Purdy coming back out on the field. 109 yards and a touchdown. I mean, honestly, it doesn't seem like either team is playing great here. Seattle's just been, I mean, they've just been full of mistakes. They've just played horrible. Geno playing like Jets, Geno, tonight. Dude, we're gonna be throwing Drew Lock in there in a minute. And Purdy from the 5 gets it to about the 12, about a 6-7 yard gain. It's like George Kittle with the reception there. Kittle, an older tight end, but he's had sure hands forever. 2nd and 3. Now, you know what Geno's playing like, Wyatt? You ever play, I'm sure you played football games, video games, and you have the floating stick, like PlayStation's, I think it was PlayStation 2 was pretty notorious for it. And you'd have the floating stick where it would just run your guy off in the middle of nowhere. That's what Geno Smith's playing like tonight. He's playing like a guy with a broken controller. Like he's being controlled by somebody with a broken controller. And we got an injured Niner down on the field here.
There's Garendo, rookie out of Louisville. Picked him in the 4th round. Taylor is the other back.
And you got to hope this is not serious.
This would be serious for the 49ers as he remains on his back after a great start to the game.
Christian McCaffrey already out, of course, for the San Francisco 49ers, and now their backup running back laying on the ground.
But he does get up and is assisted over to the sideline. Back after this.
All right, and Mason is up down the sideline, but he's holding his chest. This game really brings up the question, how the fuck did Miami win a game last week? CFL teams would beat Miami. Dude, Miami might beat the Hawks tonight. They are just playing like absolute dog shit. And over on DraftKings, the Hawks up to plus 1,000, and I'm not touching it. 16.5-point underdogs, not touching that either. Over under 46.5. That might be the only bet out there. Yeah, NBA already in preseason, though. I didn't realize that. 12 days till the opening season begins. All right, guys. You guys like watching sports. You like predicting winners. Why not make some money off it? Bet $5 with DraftKings right now, and they're going to give you $200. Whether you win or lose that bet, it almost sounds like fake. You bet $5, they're going to give you $200. They're going to give me $200. They can't do this for long, guys. They can't afford to be shelling out $400 for $5. But jump on it while it's there. I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those legendary things where people will be like, hey, remember when DraftKings was giving away $400 for a $5 bet? Because it's not going to be happening for long. Tua probably attempted suicide when he got KO'd. Fuck playing for these bums. Well, wasn't that Miami we were watching where the quarterback ran away, right? Or he laid the ball on the ground and ran from it? I've still never seen anyone ever do that. That was so ridiculous. And so fucking hilarious. All right, San Francisco with the ball, 1st and 10. There's a pitch play to Guerrero. He picks up about 2. The 3rd string running back in here. Mason is still out. They're saying it's his shoulder. He is questionable. And I rock with the super chat. You rock, says the man, the myth, the legend, Seattle Mike. You are too nice. Thank you, I rock. And another first down. That one to Brandon Aiyuk. Purdy fakes the handoff, finds a wide open Aiyuk. IROC putting the first donation on the board. You rock, sir. And Purdy, wow, that looked like a Brett Favre style throw. The sidearm to George Kittle. 85, the tight end there. Speaking of Brett Favre, though, those that don't know, I was a big Brett Favre fan back in the day. Unfortunately, it was just recently announced he says he has Parkinson's disease. So that's pretty sad. That's a guy that got hit a lot, though. Put his body, no matter what you think of Brett Favre, I know a lot of people don't like him off of the field. That guy, he put his body out there for the fans, and there's no doubt about that. 2nd and 7 for the Niners. Purdy has time, and he's going to run it. And this Seahawks defense, I mean, they can't stop anything right now. Just about to head home from work and saw you were live. How's everything going, guys? Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing, I rock? I'm doing a lot better than my Seahawks right now. I'll tell you that. This has been a hellacious first half. Niners been running all over us. And there's Geno Smith warming up on the sideline. He's probably saying, I better start warming up before they throw in my backup. And Seahawks finally get a stop here on first down. 2nd and 10 for the Niners. And we actually just picked up Sam Howell. That's who we just picked up from the Washington Commanders. We also signed P.J. Walker as 3rd string, just in case Howell goes down. I guess there's a pitch there to Deebo Samuel, though. And he picks up about 5. Deebo Samuel getting things done in this game. There was a Deebo Samuel parlay set up on DraftKings. Plus 700. It was Deebo Samuel a touchdown, at least 70 yards running and or receiving, and I think 30 yards rushing. He might get there in the first half. 3rd and 5, Purdy back and finds a receiver. That's going to be Jennings. Greg Jennings on the outside. Another first down for the San Francisco 49ers. And whoever has Brock Purdy's looking pretty purdy right now. I think my Hawks are probably already in negative territory as far as fantasy. Well, 4 points. But we got a long time to go. All right, 1st and 10. San Francisco on the Seahawks 30-yard line. Picks up about 3 more. 11 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. If you want to help out the channel like iRock just did, the super chat is back. And as always, the Cash App and a face mask from the Seahawks. Add an insult to injury. Number 55, Jones. He really didn't need to do that. Correndo, dude, you really have to face mask the 3rd string running back. You're probably not going to win this game.
And they settle for field goals. Last week they lose the Arizona game in both those areas.
Now remember, San Francisco blew a game where they got a lot of yards, had to settle for a lot of field goals, lost to the Arizona Cardinals by 1 point. And I'm sure the Seahawks are going to be talking about that at the half. And there's a big stop. Numbers 98 Williams pushes back Correndo for a loss. 2nd and 11. Just 3.5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. This game's going pretty quickly. Just an hour of time since we started. We're almost through the half. Purdy back under pressure. Short on the receiver. Intended receiver was Deebo Samuel. And like I said, if this defense in Seattle has shown, if they've shined anywhere, it's inside the red zone. They're not quite in the red zone, but, close to goal. They've turned a lot of touchdowns into field goals, or their season would be even worse. And Purdy back. Oh, and that's going to be a loss. He laid his receiver out to dry. Wow. Number 17, Baker with the hit. Let's watch this. Yeah, 44. He throws him a short screen pass and not even to the line of scrimmage, and a loss for the Niners, and they're going to have to kick another field goal here. And it is good, and the Hawks are now plus 1,300 underdogs, minus 3,200 favorite for the 49ers right now. And Hawks will try to get on the board before the half. Some good stops there, forcing them to a field goal, and just as importantly, stopping the clock so they can get the ball back. Seahawks have some time. They have 3 timeouts. You put a touchdown on the, board, and you're only down by 9. Technically, you can go for the 2-point conversion. You're within a score, but I don't like that this early in the game. I know some coaches do. Matthew Wright, 3 for 3 on field goals, 25, 41, and 35 yards, making his kicker debut for the San Francisco 49ers. And it looks like that kickoff, they're going to take it to the 20. There's a good block, and about to the 28. Seems like that's about the average starting position for the Hawks today. Somewhere in between the 25 and the 30-yard line. And the Hawks will take over with 2:27. You see horrible stats all the way around for them. 4 for 9, 53 yards, and an interception for Geno Smith. DK Metcalf, just 1 reception for 30 yards. I would run here. And they are going to, and Kenneth Walker runs it up the middle and gets about 3 or 4. I'm saying you run it here. You got plenty of time. San Francisco probably looking past 2nd and 7. And Seahawks and hurry-up offense. They're going to get a play off, hopefully, before the 2-minute warning. They will not.
Seattle trying to get something going with 2 minutes left in the half, and San Francisco up top.
I think they thought about letting the play get off, and then, I don't know, maybe they thought they don't want to leave too much time for the Niners. You got a long ways to go. I would have tried to get a play off, I think. But maybe they didn't like the way the defense looked there. It's hard to say. If you get out there and you don't like the way, the defense you're looking at, I guess, the 2-minute warning is technically another timeout. But if you snap it, you get one more play off. All right, guys. I know times can be tough out there. I think some things are turning around like the market, but whether the market's up, whether it's down, whether it's flat, Robinhood still wants to give you a free stock. So if you're not in Robinhood yet, get started with the free stock in between $5 and $200. All major stock exchanges available. Most major crypto available, including Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and many others. Click our link and sign up for Robinhood today. Invest in your future and tell them Seattle Mike sent you. All right, guys, we're going to take some calls at the half. We got 2 minutes left, but I'll let you know now. So if anybody's wanting to call in, go ahead and call in. I'll try to get you a little closer, close enough to the mic, I guess. My regular microphone just either it burned out, I got a bad mic, or a bad cable, or both. But we're going through the mic on the webcam this week. 2nd and 7 for the Hawks. Geno back. Finds a receiver to the 40 to the 50. That's Jaxon Smith Njigba. And he's been finding his way open. Geno just hasn't been throwing him the ball. Big play there for the Hawks, though. 1.5 minutes left in the half. Hawks at midfield. And I don't know why they're taking so much time. I guess because they have 3 timeouts. Fakes the handoff. Smith needs to get rid of it, and he does. And he finds Kenneth Walker III. Maybe picks up 2 yards, and more importantly, avoids the sack. I'm not sure if Geno heard the footsteps behind him, but he was about to go down. I mean, he had to have felt the warmth of the body. It was like it was that close. Second and 9 for the Hawks. 45 seconds left. I have no idea why they're wasting so much time. And Geno Smith's going to air that one up to Metcalf, and it is broken up by number 27, Brown.
Reaches up to bust it up. 3rd down and 9 after all that.
Metcalf triple covered.
The ball's underthrown, maybe work back to the ball. He definitely, again, that's a heck of an effort there by Odom to catch up to the ball.
Well, double covered, I guess.
If DK Metcalf slows his body down, it comes back to the football. You'd be in much better position.
Yeah, he's got a 3rd guy right behind him there. But everybody was on him, though. Which means Jaxon Smith Njigba's open, or Tyler Lockett's open, or Noah Fant is open. Look for your weapons, Geno.
That is taken by Seattle.
And the Hawks will call a timeout here. Something I've noticed in this game is Geno does not have a quick release. He seems to be taking a little bit of extra time to make decisions. And when you take extra time to make decisions, you don't escape quickly when you get the chance. Just like being invited to a P. Diddy party, when you don't take your chance to escape, you end up on your back. No bueno. 39 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 9 for the Hawks. And they need a first down above anything here, of course. The time's not going to matter if they can't do that. Geno back has time. And a wide open Jaxon Smith Njigba. There's a first down. And more importantly, only took 5 seconds off of the clock. Just a beautiful play there from Jaxon Smith Njigba. Make sure he gets both feet in bounds before he goes out. And that pretty much puts the Hawks within field goal range at least. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. 34 seconds left in the half. 2 timeouts. Smith back. Pressure coming. Quick release. And that's going to be Fant, the tight end. And they got to call a quick timeout, and they did. 28 seconds left. Looks like about 2nd and 2, maybe 2nd and 1 for the Hawks here with 28 seconds left. Definitely within field goal range. Yeah, it is 2nd and 1. Hawks should get at least 1 shot at the end zone. You got to just not turn the ball over right now, like Seattle did earlier. by their own end zone when Geno threw an interception. I mean, Hawks could really be in this game. A final on a punt return, an interception close to the end zone. 2nd and 1, Geno back, finds Smith Njigba again, who gets it, runs it all the way to about the 12-yard line. They're going to have to call their final timeout. Jaxon Smith Njigba taking advantage of all the attention that DK Metcalf's getting. Defenders all over Metcalf, and there was nobody by Jaxon Smith Njigba. Man, you're San Francisco, like you got to put at least one man on that guy. 1st and 10 with 21 seconds left here for the Hawks. No timeouts though. So they have time to maybe take 2 shots at the end zone, 12-yard line. Geno back, floats it in the end zone. There's going to be a flag on the play.
Coverage that time on Noah Fant by Yadam and drawing the flag.
Let's see what the call is.
Seahawks are going to be set up inside the 5.
Pass interference. Defense to the 22. Penalty cleared at the 1-yard line. Seattle ball, automatic first down.
That's a corner on a tight end.
So Seattle ball, automatic first down. I mean, if you're San Francisco, yeah, and he just grabbed his shirt. Oh, he is all over him. Yeah, there was no doubt on that one. But honestly, with 16 seconds left, probably not the dumbest play in the world. If he hadn't done that, he most likely gives up the touchdown. Now you put Seattle in a tough position. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Geno with the snap, overthrows Lockett. 13 seconds left, 2nd and goal. Geno, the end zone. It's your home. Put the ball in the home. Are you too good for your home? 8 plays, 69 yards in 2 minutes and 20 seconds here for the Hawks. And they could have a lot more time on that clock if they had been a little bit more conservative with plays. But Smith going for the end zone again. And it's Jaxon Smith Njigba in and out of his fingers. 8 seconds left. Will they take one more shot at the end zone? If you're sacked, you get nothing.
Ball is thrown just a little bit late, and that's why it felt like it was behind. And you can see the left hand of Lenoir come in there.
Beautiful defense there from number 2, Lenoir. And 3rd and goal. Big chance here for the Hawks. You cannot give a sack up here. I'm assuming they're going to hand it off. They will not. And Geno lobs it to Metcalf. Did he get both feet down? He did not.
4th and goal, 3 seconds. You got
Metcalf catches the ball, can't get both feet in bounds as he's hit. And now they've got to decide, do you kick the field goal? Do you take one last shot at the end zone? They might challenge this. Oh, he's got just a toe out.
They think there's some green between the shoe and the chalk, but there isn't. And now they're going to settle for a field goal.
Oh, no.
There it is again.
Let's look at it from up above. Literally an inch from a touchdown. And the 20-yard field goal is good for the Seahawks, but not much went right for them in that first half. That Metcalf's foot being out by an inch was kind of how the first half went for the Hawks, as they go into the second half down 16-3. Everything as good as it's gonna be, IROC. All right, listen to Mike McDonald. the head coach here for the Seahawks.
Be a war of attrition. What's that message at the half? We're 30 minutes in, so we got a long football game to go. We got a lot of football.
He's a former Ravens defensive coordinator. This Seahawks defense is not playing like a Ravens defense, I'll tell you that. And the Hawks go into the half plus 850, underdog, 13.5-point dog. Niners will take the kickoff after the half. Man, what a horrible half of football for the Seattle Seahawks. And it could be worse than that score. I mean, they forced San Francisco to 3 field goals. At least 2 of those could have been touchdowns. Easily. All right, guys, if anybody wants to call in here at the half, we'll put the phone number up. We can talk about football, MMA, anything else that's going on. 425-791-8730. We got a big fight coming up this Saturday, though. Before the UFC, we got Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol, an undisputed title fight. So let's take a look at this. Artur Beterbiev, 20-0, all 20 wins by knockout. And he has the IBF, WBC, and WBO world titles. He'll be taking on 23-0 Dimitri Bivol. Why are they saying they both have the IBF and WBC? That doesn't make sense. Dimitri Bivol, 23-0, 12 knockouts. Of course, beat up Canelo Alvarez a few years back. It's probably his most notable win. Got a unanimous decision over him. This is a tough fight. Artur Beterbiev. The odds are almost even for this one, but let's check out our UFC card. We're going to run through the main UFC card after the boxing match. I probably won't get much of the prelims because we'll be watching the boxing card, but we get to see a superstar, Japanese superstar, Tatsuro Taira taking on Brandon Royval. Also Brad Tavares and Jung Yong Park. Daniel Rodriguez and Alex Morono. That's a sleeper fight. Nico Price. I mean, this guy's always fun. Look at how big an underdog he is to Themba Garimbo, though. Junior Taffa also on this card against Sean Sharaf. I don't know where the Sean Sharaf guy comes from, but he's almost a 4-1 favorite. So some interesting odds on this one. D-Rod and Alex Morono. Like I said, that to me, that's your co-main event. I have no idea why that's not your co-main event. But there's been some weird order, in my opinion, on some of these UFC Apex cards. Well, just a lot of events in general. Just a very weird order. Yeah, and I definitely have a chance at losing at in fantasy football this week, Wyatt. No doubt about that. Jaxon Smith Njigba, the leading receiver in this game for the Seahawks. 46 yards for him. And we are at halftime. Monday Night Football, the 49... excuse me, I'm on the wrong screen there. This is the Niners record. Let's go back to week 5. Yeah, Monday Night Football. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the New Orleans Saints 26-13. Dallas Cowboys got back in the winner's circle 20-17 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just a few days ago, 5 days ago, Seahawks lost to the Giants 29-20. And these San Francisco 49ers lost to the Cardinals 24-23. Packers beat the Rams 24-19. The Broncos thumped the Raiders 34-18, 36-10. Bears over the Panthers. Texas squeaking by the Bills 23-20. Washington Commanders laying waste to the Cleveland Browns 34-13. Somehow the Miami Dolphins picking up a win. God, New England, you must be horrible. 15-10 over the Patriots. Jaguars by a field goal over the Colts, 37-34. Vikings over the Jets, 23-17. And the game of the week, probably game of the year thus far, was an overtime game. An absolute shootout between the Bengals and the Ravens. And the Ravens were victorious 41-38. Yeah, I'm playing your wife this week, Greg, if you're in here. Team Lucky. And 4-1. She might get lucky and beat me here. This is very possible. Especially since my Seahawks have 1 point and they're gonna get me negative points. Unless they gotta really get some turnovers and pretty much stop San Francisco from scoring at all. What's up, Eddie Alvarez? Chama, sir. Says Chama, Mike Chama. All right, well, halftime is not... seems like halftime is not as long as it used to be. And we'll take it. I think one more commercial break and we'll be back to the game. So, like I said, doubleheader this Saturday. We got boxing. We got Beterbiev versus Bivol. Then we got a big UFC card. Then after that, the next week, I will not be here. Me and the wife will be flying out to Florida to go to Disney World. Flying out the Saturday, flying back the next Saturday. So most likely we'll miss 2 weeks of fights. Since it's Saturday to Saturday, unfortunately, that means I'll mix the Max Holloway Topuria fight. Still rooting for Max. But I want to make sure and continue to remind everybody. I didn't want to post too much out there right now because people think I'm gone this week. No, this Saturday we are definitely streaming 2 days from now. Double stream, boxing and UFC. Hey, it could be better than it's going though, Robert. Knock on wood. Be positive. Hopefully hopefully this ear thing works out. I know you said they're trying some things and it could be a bit risky, but I hope they get your hearing back on track. You're too young to have a ruptured eardrum. Especially when you aren't even doing anything. Just getting on a plane. Sue Boeing, man. I'm sure it's Boeing's fault somehow. All the shit they're doing to the planes. They probably didn't pressurize the cabin correctly or something. Blew your eardrum out. I think you should get $10 million. Anybody second that? I think Robert should get $10 million. Boeing blew his eardrum out. I'm starting the rumor now. It's all Boeing's fault. All right, start of third quarter. The Seahawks trailing the San Francisco 49ers 16-3. If that's not bad enough, they'll kick off to the Niners to start the half. Highlight of the half was a 76-yard reception from Deebo Samuel. He's got 8 TDs in 8 career games against Seattle. And look at the QB ratings. 120 for Brock Purdy. Just 45 for Geno Smith. Phil says, sue him. Yeah, I think you should sue him, Robert. That's your hearing we're talking about here. You can't put a price tag on your hearing. But if you're going to, $10 million is the right price. Then they'll want to appeal it 3-4 times and be like, hey, let's just get this over. I'll settle for $5 million. Just pay my taxes for me. Geno Smith looking like he's ready to get used to being on that bench. He's got Sam Howell breathing down his neck. And there is a kickoff. The Niners are going to take it out of the end zone to the 10, to the 20, to about the 22. Oh, pushes the line almost all the way to the 25-yard line. Yeah, sue them like they stole something, Robert.
Illegal formation. Seattle, number 23. The 5-yard penalty end of the play. First down.
Oh, Lord, another penalty for Seattle to start the half.
Kyle, your offense moved the ball up and down the field, controlled time of possession, but you had to settle for those 3 field goals. How do you turn those into touchdowns?
Oh, we got to get in there. I mean, all 3 downs. You got 3 tries to do it.
What a dumb question. You got 3 field goals in that half. How do you turn those into touchdowns? You can't go back in time and turn those 3 field goals into touchdowns, you dumb bitch. What a stupid question. All right, and there is a handoff. And Mason, the backup to Christian McCaffrey, back in the game. He was injured in the first half. They didn't know if he was going to come back in. Questionable with a shoulder injury. He's here. What's up, King James? Stopping by to donate. Seahawks offense struggling. Hey, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for the like. Yes, they are definitely struggling. Defense isn't doing so great either. Inside the red zone, they're okay, but they're letting the 49ers continually get there. And Niners with another first down on that run on 2nd and 1. Picks up about 3. The third string Correndo, and you see Mason on the side trying to work out that left shoulder. Seems like he might have strained it a little bit again on that last play. How's your week going, James? Hope you're doing well. 13:50 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. And that one thrown away. There's going to be a flag.
Trey Brown, who had a couple penalties last week against the Giants, top of the route on Aiyuk.
Let's see what the call is here. Brown looks to be arguing with the officials here, so he must think it's on him.
There's no foul on the play.
Trey Brown stating his case. He felt that, you see right there, he's pretty engaged with him.
An acquittal.
Yeah, he's right though. I don't think that's a penalty. Good call there by the officials. 2nd and 10 for the Niners. 13:42 left in the third quarter. As that last play, incomplete pass, stopped the clock. And Seahawks need to start thinking about as much time, clock stoppage as possible. Purdy back, has time once again, and once again finds a guy wide open. It's going to be the old man, George Kittle, beating up on these Seattle defenders for about 15 yards. Pop in later. All right, peace. I tell you, this offensive line for San Francisco has given Brock Purdy plenty of time to throw the ball today. First and 10, 13 minutes left in the third quarter. And Hawks moving to the outside, but look at the third effort here for Correndo. Looks like he picked up about 3 yards. And the Niners today, they picked up 6 yards. Well, I was way off on that one. The way that the 49ers, a lot of these guys, they just like trip forward for yards. I wonder if that's trained because it seems like they all do it. You're thinking it's going to be a short play or even a loss, and they make 5 yards out of nothing. And there's the toss back to Correndo, who picks up another first down. And this San Francisco offensive line also just eating up the defensive line of the Seahawks and creating huge plays for their offense. Look at the blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7 perfect blocks created that run in 1st and 10. And Niners are averaging 6 yards a rush. You're not going to win a lot of games where you give up 6 yards a rush. And there's another big run for Correndo. Third string running back, by the way. Metcalf out, Mason out, and Correndo is tearing up our defense. 2nd and 4, 11-10 left in the third quarter. And San Francisco not just churning up yards, they are churning up clock with it looking to add to a 13-point lead. 2nd and 4 from the 11-yard line. And there is another handoff. And Seattle snuffs it out that time for maybe a 1-yard loss. It's just too bad their defense doesn't show up until a team is in the red zone. 3rd and 2 for the Niners. Red zone 0 for 2 tonight, just 1 for 6 last week against the Arizona Cardinals. Of course, they lost that game by 1 point when Brock Purdy threw a crucial interception with 27 seconds left in the game. Purdy back, has time. Is that a catch? And that's ruled a touchdown from Kittle. They're going to have to review that, though. I got to look at that from another angle. Did he really get both feet in?
Well, they motioned away and then came back with Jennings.
He was able to stay in, but Metcalf wasn't.
With 3 receivers.
Let's look at that. There's the ball, 1, 2, and he perfectly drags the feet like the veteran he is. George Kittle touchdown, and the Seattle Seahawks are down by 20 points. Wow. And I don't know if they want to give some of the doubters the ammo, but in a 23-3 game, I'm starting to think I might want to see a little bit of Sam Howell if I'm the Seahawks. Geno Smith just playing absolutely atrocious tonight. And it's a home game. Now, I will say the Seahawks, they had back-to-back short weeks. The Monday night game, traveling across the country to come back for last week's game. And then just, what is that, from Sunday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days in between. But the Niners also had 4 days in between. So, no excuse to be playing like they are right now. Holy crap, I can't believe that's a video game. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I thought we were getting some news. I thought there was like a special update that we were going into a world war or something. All right, guys, betting is unpredictable. That's why you need an advantage to start. You need to go to DraftKings where they're giving away $200. Deposit $5. Bet $5 on any game, any fight, win or lose, and DraftKings is going to give you $200. They're going to give me $200. Guys, I think people are going to be talking about this 10 years from now. They'll be like, remember when states were just starting to legalize sports betting and DraftKings was giving people $400 for a $5 bet? You don't want to be the one to say, yeah, but I thought it was going to go forever. I didn't take advantage of it. And now I'm poor and I'm a loser and I'm homeless because if I would have started out with that $200 bet, my entire life would have turned around. My wife wouldn't have left me. My dog wouldn't have died. And now you're just a horrible, miserable country song because you didn't take advantage of this DraftKings deal. And there is a kickoff return from Seattle to the 35, to the 40, to the 50. He is going to the 30, to the 20. Run, run, run. Touchdown, Seattle. The entire length of the field. Well, you don't need to put Geno Smith on the field. He just ran 80-some yards for a touchdown. And, oh, man, you hate to be that guy. You see that guy walking with his back turned. He went to go piss or grab himself a drink or something, missed the touchdown, probably paid $300 for that ticket. And just like that, the Seahawks are back in this ball game. (23-10). Just under 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Talk about needing a big play.
Graham, and then he looks around, there's nobody there. So finally, with these new rules changes, we're excited to see these kickoff returns. Al's been frustrated every single
He's like surprised here.
right there, Al.
Number one, Chenault Jr.
Chenault takes it to the house.
taking it the whole way.
Team's coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. Speaking of the Harbaugh family.
There he is. He's fired up.
Yep.
Good call, coach. Gets the Hawks right back in the game.
This tired defense might not appreciate that a whole lot, but they're the only ones that don't appreciate it. I'll tell you, these fans here appreciate that right now. That is one tired man. He was surprised when he started realizing nobody's behind him. It's just like run faster, we might make it. And sure enough, all the way to the end zone. And the great thing about that for the Hawks is you didn't take any time off the clock. Maybe 10 seconds. And here come the Niners looking to do the same thing. Gets to about the 32-yard line. That's Deebo Samuel with the kickoff return. Guy does a little bit of everything. He runs the ball, catches, kickoff returns. You see in division, Arizona 2-0 in the division. So if San Francisco won tonight, they would officially be in charge of the end zone. I'm always 90 seconds ahead. Now you're 10 seconds ahead of me. What kind of Billy Hughes shit is this? All right, Purdy back, finds a receiver who mows down the defender. That was number 32 with a great reception there. Oh, just a screen pass over the middle and nobody there. Nobody home. Taylor Jr. And there is Mason on the side, continuing to try to work out that shoulder. He came back in for one play since the injury and went right back out. Niners on the 45-yard line. The pitch from Purdy. And that's Gorendo, picks up about 2 yards. 2nd and 8.
He is catching some oxygen.
Yeah, and you see Sorrento on the sidelines there getting some oxygen after that long touchdown run. He earned it. 8.5 minutes left in the third. Seahawks need a stop or a turnover here. That would be very nice. Purdy back. Here comes the pressure. Throws a drunk duck, and Brandon Aiyuk still catches it. And there's a flag on the play.
Center will bring this play back.
All the way back.
Holding. Offense. Number 64. The 10-yard penalty replay.
Holding on the offense of San Francisco, and that's why they had so much time, I guess. It's going to be number 64, Brindle.
Zero, the linebacker, Dotson right there in the center.
Oh, yeah, he really grabbed him.
His arms wrapped around him and pulled
You
him
can't
down.
do that. That's a hell of a takedown. Hamzat Chimaev would be jealous of that takedown. 2nd and 8 minutes left in the third. 2nd and 18 for the Niners back at their 35-yard line. And Purdy way back has time again. He's really playing with danger, though. Really playing with fire. Holy crap. Somehow he finds a receiver. Finds Jennings probably only about 2 yards. But just to be able to get rid of that ball, that was pretty amazing. Oh shit, Mason got injured. Time to put in the corpse of McCaffrey. They got that Garendo guy running. He's doing okay. Aiyuk, that's Rob's boy. I need some DK Metcalf action right now. 3rd and 16 from the Niners. And this is what happens. You put too many guys in the same team. See, I got Metcalf and I got the Seahawks defense. Oh, that?
Deal really makes it 3rd and 18 instead of 3rd and 16. Easy for me to say, unless you get 17 on the next play.
Yeah, it helps with the clock if you're Seattle.
Oh, and Seattle challenged that and they won. That was not a reception. So 2 yards back, but more importantly, stopped the clock. 3rd and 18, 7:44 left in the third, and Seattle not out of this ball game. San Francisco looking like they might let him off the hook. A short screen pass there to Deebo Samuel. And Samuel almost gets the first down. Jesus, defense. He picks up about 13, 14 yards, making it 4th and 4. And they will most likely punt, but Deebo got a lot of those yards back. Mike, you've had enough DK Metcalf action for 3 seasons, my man. All right, 4th and 3. Shit, if you're San Francisco, do you go for it the way this Seahawks defense has been playing? I mean, I might try to push the dagger in. Oh, there's a penalty. And the Niners stop it inside the 5. I guess no penalty called. But wow, Seahawks are going to take over at about the 3-yard line. Ike is the only guy I have making me points. But I need the points this week, Wyatt, to win. Can't count on Lamar Jackson to do everything. Just like, unfortunately, you can't count on Social Security. The Department of Revenue recently said that Social Security could miss payments starting as early as 2035. They're paying out more than they're taking in. Guys, no one's going to save you. No one's going to save you. Save yourself. You have to invest in stocks. You have to invest in crypto. You have to invest in something. Invest in yourself and start out with a free share from Robinhood. It's free. Somewhere in between $5 and $200 for the free stock that you get. You'll also be helping fight your friends because every time you get a stock, I get a stock. Well, I says, I don't think the Niners could go for it because if they didn't get it, the momentum shift could be catastrophic. That is true. It's not a bad part of the field, though. Got to punt it for Patrick Willis prison sentence. Well, I'm sure they're glad they punted now because they pinned him inside the 3-yard line. He sucks. Only made me 2.6 points so far for tonight. Brandon Aiyuk has? That's it? Okay. Rob needs to invest in Natty Ice or whatever that stuff's called. I picked 49ers winning tonight. At least I got that right. It's not over till it's over, Robert. All right, 23-10 Seattle with the ball on their own 5-yard line. Geno Smith passing out of the end zone. Finds a receiver, though, number 88. That's a first down. That's Barner. And we're going to need to make this a barn burner to get back in this game. And that's just 2 yards on that run for Kenneth Walker III. I'll trade you a potato for Aiyuk. Haha, naturalized Anheuser-Busch. Is it Anheuser-Busch? Buy some Anheuser-Busch. I picked... See, you got to bet, Robert. Click that link. You can bet there in Massachusetts. You got $5. $5, dude, and they're going to give you $200. You got to jump on that. And then you can take that $200. If you don't want to go bet, go buy some Natty Ice. And Geno fakes the handoff to Walker. He should have handed it off anyways. He has to throw it away. Almost caught.
Pass was out of bounds anyway. That time it was Nick Bosa who...
Also almost intercepted. Natural ice is outside when it's cold. I don't need potatoes or fries, really. 3rd and 8. That's what I'm making for dinner tonight. It's my potato smash, I call it. You make a bunch of country potatoes in a frying pan. Oh, look at this! DK Metcalf! DK to the 40! And here come the Seattle Seahawks. 5:35 left in the 3rd. Geno Smith to DK. Oh, excuse me, that's Lockett. Wrong number. Tyler Lockett. And now they're going to hand it off to Charbonnet, who picks up, looks like about 4 or 5 yards there.
Offensive line gave him just enough time. He knew exactly where he wanted to go when he sprung
And
out.
Tyler, when you leave Tyler Lockett in single coverage, he's going to get some catches. 2nd and 6 for the Hawks. Fake to Kenneth Walker, and that's Fant. Noah Fant, the tight end, for another first down. 4:45 left here in the 3rd. And just like that, Seattle only plus 520 underdogs. And I think the momentum might be shifting. Don't even gotta watch my carbs. Oh my God. Robert out here doing that pretend keto beer diet. And Geno fakes the handoff again and gets it back to Kenneth Walker III, who picks up about 8 yards on first down. So Seahawks with a kickoff return, a big stop on the Niners, and they started on the 5-yard line on this drive. Their own 5-yard line. They're on the Niners' 15-yard line, but they stopped Kenneth Walker on 2nd and 2. And he is short of the line of scrimmage. That will be a loss. San Francisco has been all over Kenneth Walker III tonight. Third and 3. The snap. Here comes the pressure. Geno finds Metcalf for a first down. DK Metcalf with the reception. I thought he got out of bounds too, but the clock's still running. Screen to a slow tight end. Weird play. Hey, it happened. It worked. Kenneth Walker up the middle. Gets it to about the 3-yard line. So 2nd and 2 here. Seattle can get one more first down on about the 1-yard line. And there's another run from Kenneth. And Kenneth, is he in? If he isn't, it's a first down. Yeah, Seattle gets a first down on the 1-yard line. Kenneth Walker III. That is very close to crossing the plane.
Smith. Can he get in? Tries to burrow his way in. They unpile.
I think Fred Warner went over the top.
And Kenneth Walker just cannot punch the ball into the end zone.
Meanwhile, sickness on the sideline. 2nd down.
So I'm getting that blurry camera again there. Sorry about that. All right, 2nd and goal. Niners might have to call a timeout here. Too many guys on the field. They had a substitution there. Geno should have snapped the ball. And there it is. Kenneth Walker runs it in this time. And just like that, the Seattle Seahawks are within 6 points.
Kenneth Walker into the end zone. And the Seahawks, who were down by 20.
And credit the goal line defense of the Seattle Seahawks. San Francisco was in the red zone 3 times, 2 field goals and a touchdown. So 13-play, 94-yard drive for the Seattle Seahawks. And the extra point is good. 23-17 San Francisco. Mike recording on a potato. Clearly not watching his carbs like fitness model Rob. No, it's just funny you said potato, though, because that's what I'm making for dinner. I got some Yukon Golds, and I just cut them up in little slices and fry them. And put some bacon and cheese in there and just smash them in oil. And then fry them up. It's almost like fried mashed potatoes. Hey, you can make a clock out of a potato. I don't think you're going to make a camera out of it, but... And let's see where odds are now, because this game is really turning in the Hawks' favor. Hawks still plus 340. You know what, Seattle? I like your jib right now. I like the way this game's going. Seems that they are waking up. Plus 340. I'm going to say bet another $30 on plus 340. Which gives me a blended odds of plus 310. So that would turn $60 into about 200. So those of you get the DraftKings guys, I'm gonna give you bets. If you were betting with me the last 2 weeks on UFC's, what's that? $167 positive. Sounds like a heart attack and a potato. Tons of oil, bacon, and cheese. Rob wishes he could eat like that. But he's got to prep for his next photo shoot. Hey, he was on camera. He was He was looking pretty good on camera on the NBC, his brother's NBC podcast. He posted it to the Fights with Friends chat, so check it out. I don't know why they're zooming in on the moon here.
I think that's our first official coach on a graphic to promote a game. That's first.
I'll say, yeah.
But, all right. 1:24 left in the third. Seahawks kicking it off. And to the 20, the 25, to about the 27. And Seahawks celebrating the stop there. 3 receptions, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Also 41 yards rushing for Deebo Samuel. So if you'd have taken that plus 700 parlay on him, you would have cashed. Like I said, it was either 30 or 40 yards rushing, at least 60 yards receiving, and a touchdown for plus 700. And Purdy fakes the handoff. He's going to have some time and overthrows his receiver.
Guys, Kyle Shanahan told me that he was going to put Jordan Mason back to work after that left shoulder injury, but this makes a second drive where he's not on the field. He's right in front of
And Mason's still not coming back in. San Francisco still going with their third string running back here. Second and 10. This Seattle crowd is getting loud. Listen to this.
Called off the field, injured, so the rookie off to the left is Pritchett.
San Francisco from the 24-yard line, second and 10. And Purdy in trouble. Still finds a receiver to get it back to the line of scrimmage. That's Jaxon Smith.
Amazing what momentum
Must be
can do
Polish.
for defense. You know, this crowd comes alive. This defense has been struggling.
Great defense play there for Seattle, though. Hey, we've always been a second-half team. This would be a hell of a second-half comeback, I'll tell you that. We were down 20 points at halftime, 23-3. Just like that, scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. And we got a competitive ball game. 3rd and 10. 30 seconds left in the third. The snap from Purdy, and here comes the pressure. And he finds a receiver. Can we stop him? And we do. A huge stop, and that's a 4th down. And the Seahawks will get the ball back down by 6 to start the 4th quarter. I don't worry about oil. I don't worry about bacon. And I don't worry about potatoes. All those things are healthy to me, Wyatt. All these, the FDA, all these drug companies and all this shit, they all lied to us. That stuff's fine. Stay away from the sugar. Stay away from the preservatives and the high fructose corn syrup. I'm frying in avocado oil. Might not be the healthiest thing in the world, but it's not the most unhealthy thing either. I knew the FDA was full of shit when they tried to start telling us that coconut oil was bad for you. I think just about everybody gave up on the FDA at that point. People are like, what? Okay, you guys are full of shit. All my carbs come from beer. Yes, they do, Robert. Oh, my goodness. They got to start making a protein beer or something. Did you used to drink beer and lift weights, Robert? I could see you doing that. Please don't do that, though. Please don't lift weights on like 20 beers. It's or any beers. It's a really bad idea. I know some bodybuilders, though, will go whiskey and beer. Or whiskey and lifting, excuse me. They even have shirts they sell over here saying whiskey and deadlifts. Yeah, my camera just does not want to stay focused tonight. There we go. Does not like the motion. Come on, you stupid thing. Should be in higher definition than it was there for a while, but now it doesn't want to stay focused. Why would Rob lift weights when he can lift beer cans? Rob at 105 on the show, he almost fell out the chair. How drunk and high were you when you showed up for the show, Robert? And there is the Seattle skyline, the Space Needle. What is...
Haley Hartung, 49ers led by 20.
What the hell is that flying through the sky, though?
Going to punt. Seattle has a chance.
What was that? Did you see that, Wyatt? If you're just 10 seconds behind me, look at whatever's flying.
Call for. There's all kinds of contact. There's a flag there. Dean Williams had called for the fair catch. Who did what? Chris Conley ran into him.
Oh, this isn't good. This is going to be a flag on the Hawks. Mike, why are you still recording on this potato?
Witherspoon looks like he may have pushed him in to the returner. Probably picked that flag up.
Yeah, that's the discussion right here.
What? What a weird play.
So they pick it up.
So it looked like Witherspoon, our guy, accidentally pushed the defender into the
He pushed me into him. I didn't do that.
receiver. Yeah, it really wasn't him.
San Francisco player who hit the Seahawks receiver was locked into him. Therefore, there is no foul. It'll be first down and 10, Seattle.
Correct call.
So,
Correct call.
you know, it's hard to get the demons out of your
They were going to call a penalty on the Niners there for that, but good job of going back and looking. Oh my God, how is Al Michaels even still alive? I think Al Michaels was calling football before we had Super Bowls. They're in like the 50s now. What is this going to be, like Super Bowl 55? Look on your face and you almost fell, Rob. Was fucking awesome. Oh shit, I almost broke my neck. Oh jeez. Like they're flying planes, I believe in fast forward. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I was like, they looked just so small. I was like, what in the hell is that?
That the ball was not touched by the Seattle receiver.
Yeah, I think San Fran wants to see if that ball was touched by either one of those Seattle players.
We'll check it out. We'll check it out and come back.
Trading at Schwab is now
So I
powered
think
by
San
Ameritrade.
Francisco is going to challenge that maybe that was a fumble. Al Michaels is the same age as Mike's webcam. Oh, Jesus. Well, you seeing that, Mike? I think it's either my computer. I think it's my computer. I need to beef my computer up. Because this is one of the top webcams. It's 1080p. Well, it's got 4K. It's supposed to. But I think I need a better video card. But I gotta see how old Al Michaels is. Holy shit. $79. He's only 79. That seems like a lie. Hopefully Seattle doesn't lose the ball here, though. All right, guys, and things are starting to go down. Prices are starting to go down. I'm seeing this. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. You're starting to see grocery stores. Prices are going down. There's deals. And we're starting to see a repeat of the fast food wars that started in the 90s. We just seen Popeye's Chicken just advertised 3-piece meal with 2 sides and a drink for $5. 4K or 4 pixels? Feel your pain, Mike? I know it isn't a cheap camera, but man, I think a cheaper one will do you better, to be honest. Yeah, no, like I said, I think I need to, I know I need to beef up the video card in this. I just don't know how to do it. I'm nervous about taking computers apart. What's up, King James? Michael seems to be 3 years older than he was 30 years ago, right? Dude, been commentating since I was in my youth. Right?
First down and 10. Timer, please reset the game clock. 14 minutes and 51 seconds.
Calling the field
This
stance.
is as close as it gets. What did you see?
Yeah, Al, we've seen 2 different
Oh,
angles
that
where
touched his glove.
It hits the finger of the receiving team player, and then there's a clear recovery by San Francisco. I believe this should have been reversed to San Francisco's football.
Wow, that's interesting.
Well, so much going on there. You got a guy blocked into the returner, but it's up to the returner to protect himself. It's a live ball. If it in fact hits the return man, it looks pretty clear that it hit his thumb, and then it's down to, is there a quick recovery?
Wow, yeah, San Francisco, Seattle might have got away with one there. That maybe should have been San Francisco ball. That's a tough one. All right, Seattle from the 22-yard line, 2nd and 6. Here's a run up the middle from Charbonnet, and Charbonnet with the first down, a yard over. Big play for Charbonnet.
This kid, of course, most of the carries go to Kenneth Walker, but on a quiet week, last week,
And Seahawks all the way back to just a plus 210 and 4.5-point underdogs. Momentum seems to have definitely shifted in their favor. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, James. Like, dude, the guy, he's got to be 100. How is that even possible? He's only 79. And, oh, shit. Come on, Geno. You fucking idiot.
This is great because not only has he
forced the issue with the receiver.
He spiked the ball. He didn't throw it to the fucking shit.
This guy's like a linebacker as far as his intelligence, playing defensive end. I feel like what most people recognize with him is just how quick he is and what a great pass rusher he is.
Ineligible man downfield. Offense, number 67. That penalty's declined. Local plays the incomplete pass, 2nd down.
And again, that's all Bosa.
Okay, so penalty declined. I thought they were going to get Geno with something there because they were going to say there wasn't an eligible receiver.
They're thinking he's going to come to me.
Well, see, Fant was knocked down by Bosa. That could have been a penalty on San Francisco as well, I think. They might have gotten away with one there. That, Seahawks probably got away with one a little while ago, though. So, and there's Charbonnet, barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, and Seattle's got to watch it. The momentum can swing right back the other way quickly. Hawks 1-2 punch at running back is a lead. Damn, Geno, you're that stupid, bro. Right? Pop in and out, but Seattle is still in position to win. Yes, they are. It's still definitely a game. 13 minutes left in the game. Seattle on the 30-yard line. 3rd and 10. Need something big here. Geno back pressure coming. And he's got to throw that one away on 3rd and 10. That pressure is going to force a punt. And if Geno wasn't doubting himself enough coming into this game, 5-0 over his career against the San Francisco 49ers. Now he's hearing footsteps. Because that offensive line is, oh man, in the battle of lines, San Francisco is winning both. And a booming putt from Dickinson, and we needed it. And San Francisco slips on the 12-yard line, and Williams is all over him. Wallace. Good break there for the Seahawks. That is an intentional grounding. Jesus. What's up, Adam from Ellen? Geno doing Geno kind of stuff. This has been a weird game. And the Seahawks, they were in a weird game last week. We're just a weird team right now. Like, we do weird things. Sometimes it works out. A lot of times it doesn't. Unpredictable is not always good. What's going on, Adam? How you been? Yeah, you start to wonder, Wyatt, if he's getting turned on by all these men running at him, chasing him down. Would explain a lot. And let's check in with the live odds on DraftKings. Seahawks back to a plus 300 underdog. Niners minus 425 on the favorite side. And the spread is now 5.5 points. And with San Francisco leading by 6, I don't know. Do you want to take the San Francisco side of that? I don't know what the play is there, but that's what I thought. I thought it was going to be intentional grounding. Why? That's why I was yelling at him for being a bonehead. But apparently they're saying there was a receiver close enough. Sure seemed like intentional grounding. Into Diddy activities, right? Seems that way, James. Yeah. He's well, I think Diddy was usually the one chasing these guys down. Have you guys seen much of this stuff? Holy crap. They were drugging people with Quaaludes. I mean, he's making Bill Cosby look like Mr. Rogers. And I'm not even joking. Like, it's insane. And now, being both in Miami, like the Diddy and Epstein things are kind of intermingled. James, you still in here? I got a conspiracy theory for you. Sometimes a conspiracy theory is just the news early. James says, my Bears rookie quarterback got some blatant and androgynous attributes. Diddy was the first one to oil Dana up. Oh my God. So all the shit coming out now, we're not getting the names on the Epstein list. Who knows what we're going to get from the Diddy thing. But there are so many things coming to a head now with the internet, the age of information. We're starting to find out how the FDA's been trying to kill us. They've been trying to kill us with our food, with our prescriptions. All this goes back to 1907. I just listened to this on a podcast recently on Rogan. Goes back to 1907 with a bill pushed by John D. Rockefeller to corrupt the FDA. I think they're going to try to push us into World War III because there is so much dissemination of information right now. And there's a whistleblower right now that says there's a secret room in the White House that the entire room is Kennedy files that haven't been released. All right, 2nd and 2 for the Niners, and they're going to get it. Garendo gets to 1st and 10. Don't forget Vince McMahon, Creep City out there. I finished that documentary. Me and the wife finished Mr. McMahon. That's something else. If you guys haven't watched Mr. McMahon, Vince McMahon is definitely a super complicated guy. And I don't know if you've seen this, Wyatt, but apparently he's not facing any criminal charges now. Those were dropped. Everything he's facing is all civil charges. I mean, the guy is slippery. And how old is Vince? Vince has got to be close to 80. He's 79. He's the same age as Al Michaels. How is Al Michaels not 100 years old? I think I've seen 3 episodes. Oh, dude, it just keeps getting better or worse. However you look at it, like it's out of control, man. I really hope YouTube doesn't remove me for my conspiracy theory rant there. But somebody's got to ring the warning bell. All right, for those in here, double stream on Saturday. Better Beeve versus Dimitri Bivol, both undefeated for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. Then we're going to finish up. That by the time that fight's over, the main card for the UFC should be just starting out. But then after that, no fights with friends for 2 Saturdays. I'm flying out to Florida. Flying out on a Saturday, flying back on a Saturday. Vince got a reputation for freaky activities. I know you probably don't have Netflix, James. If you can find it to download or something, seriously, watch Mr. McMahon. And it's not just the things that he does. He's speaking through the entire thing. Because they started this documentary before current charges were filed. So it's Vince speaking about everything that's happened from the beginning of the WWE almost to current time. He drops out in like the last episode. He stops speaking to them. And the things that he says and that he justifies, things like, yeah, I cheat. Of course I cheat. I win. And much worse. It's wild. All right, 11 minutes left in the 4th. San Francisco with the ball. There is a pitch back and Seattle defense all over Deebo Samuel.
Before the snap.
Yeah, movement on the right side of that offensive line.
Well, there was a flag on the play before it even started, though.
Dialing it up.
Probably going to be, I think it's going to be holding on the offense.
8 or 9 guys up tight.
Now there's Samuel. Look at him. As they say, battle of attrition.
Oh, and Deebo Samuel jumping up and down.
Hell, it's the same in every game in the NFL.
Yep. Oh, he's got a hamstring bothering him or something. Maybe both hamstrings.
Work his way over the sideline.
Yeah, he's going to come out for at least one play. He's got some blood coming out through his tights. It looks like on his right leg by his right knee.
Offense number 66. By rule, that penalty declines. And then through an action, personal foul, face mask, Seattle number 99. That penalty is forced 15 yards.
How about getting a face mask on what's really a dead play? Right. It was on Samuel as he's running the football. And
well, shit.
Williams just hustling, trying to make a play. The whistle comes in, and there he is grabbing a hold of the face mask.
Why you got to grab the face mask there? Bailed him out. And Seattle once again being their own worst enemy, bailing San Francisco out of a horrible position. Of course I cheat, ain't just business. That dude cheats on his wife daily. Imagine how many times he took a dump on his wife. You see the allegations? I've seen the dump, all the weird stuff, man. But, oh yeah, he treated his wife like, definitely cheated on her on the regular. But he also, she was CEO of the WWE there for a while. So I guess she's in on it in a way, because he was president, she was CEO, and the whole family became very powerful. All right, 1st and 10 for San Francisco, now all the way at their 38-yard line, thanks to that 15-yard bonehead face mask penalty. And there's a reception up the middle. That's Aiyuk, Brandon Aiyuk, for about 10, 12 yards, and another first down for San Francisco, and they are on the run. Just a bullet by Purdy. Perfect spiral, put it where only Brandon could get to it. And there's the handoff to Deebo Samuel. He'll get maybe a yard. And he's hit hard. I had no issue with consenting adults. The child trafficking rumors are disturbing. I haven't heard any of that from Vince. P. Diddy, shit tons of that. Like, he was all over it. And it wasn't all women. It was a lot of little boys. That guy is a sick, sick person.
News for the Niners. You get the mini bye week after a Thursday night game, but their next game in 10 days against the Chiefs.
All right, 2nd and 9 for San Francisco on their own 40. Seattle's got to work to keep them from getting within field goal range there, and there is a big stop for Seattle.
Use check on the play, 3rd and 9.
Incomplete pass, 3rd and 9. This would be a huge stop for the Seahawks if they're able to do it. Oh, Geno Smith's looking like he's either falling asleep or he is high as fuck. Imagine being his wife when she was CEO. Oh, she gonna rub your nose and Trish Stratus ass crack, then dry hump Candice Michelle in bikini on live TV next week. Sounds good. Right? Oh yeah, the shit he would do on national television. Have you gotten to where he made that lady get down on the ground and he had her on a leash and was making her bark like a dog as she apologized to him on national television? Like, yeah, it's dark. All right, there is a timeout from San Francisco. That is their second. That could come back to haunt them. And we are actually in the 4th quarter, not the 3rd. Hey, thanks everybody coming over for football on a Thursday night. I know this is really for most of it, the life of this channel, been an MMA channel. I appreciate the opportunity to expand into football and some other sports. So thank you for those that are here that have supported this. 3rd and 9 for the Niners. A stop here for the Seahawks should create a punt. Oh, and no penalties. 4th and 9, and San Francisco should have to punt.
The secondary guys coming in and out, rookies all over the place, 4th down.
No doubt about that. This time they showed a little bit of pressure and then dropped back and played.
9:35 left in this game. Still plenty of football to be played. Yeah, that was Trish Stratus. A lot of popular people around Diddy are guilty or complicit. Oh, a lot. Yeah, and you know, we'll see if that list ever comes out. Because they had tons of video. The FBI was in there with all those Where's all that video? Where's all those videos going? Where's all those videos going? Who gets to watch them? And I'm curious if they just mysteriously, if some of them mysteriously disappear. Because you think that there's not stars, you think there aren't people in this country that have FBI agents on speed dial? I would say you're probably wrong. I'm going to guess if you're somebody like Oprah or you're somebody like Jay-Z or Beyonce, you know somebody there. And you're going to call them up and say, hey, you can get this guy, that's fine. But these tapes, these times, you need to destroy those. And I'm going to make a donation to your offshore bank account. I remember seeing that back in the day. Haven't gotten that far in the dock. I got to censor myself before I get started to protect Mike from being targeted by YouTube. I'm not doing myself any favors tonight, James. I was just listening to this documentary, and it was, or not documentaries, podcast about these two doctors, brother and sister, that, like, basically they were scum. And they finally realized that they were pushing all these prescriptions. They're pushing surgeries that people don't need, pushing medication that people don't need. And then they get into a meeting. And this meeting is a ton of shareholders. And the drug company is telling all these people that they're going to push Ozempic. And they're going to hook little kids on it because they've gotten these little kids to get diabetes and all these things. And instead of curing the diabetes or helping the children, they want to get them on this medication. That what they're saying is you can't not get off of this medication once you get on it. Like Ozempic, you get all kinds of issues. I know it's helping a lot of people lose weight and different things right now. I would be very cautious about taking such an untested drug. I got all kinds of information, but I don't want to drag one of my favorite hangouts down. I hear you, James. I will try to concentrate on football. All right, Seattle with the ball on about the 3-yard line. Well, their last drive, they took it 94 yards for a touchdown. We'll see if they can do it again. Kenneth Walker with the reception. That'll give Geno a little space at least. It's like about a 3-yard gain and George Kittle running back to the locker room for San Francisco.
And back out in the field for
6-yard reception. That was longer than I thought it was. 2nd and 4. So 9 minutes left in the game. Seattle 2nd and 4 from their own about 8-yard line. And there's a reception. That's Lockett, Tyler Lockett, and that'll be enough for a first down. I appreciate it. Why YouTube hasn't, I haven't gotten any warnings or threats on my thread yet. And Geno Smith finds Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf in double coverage as he's been all night. But, I mean, he had defenders draped all over him, and he's still got that. Shit Canada is allowed to put in grocery stores is horrifying. It's only half as bad as what you guys have. And there's a pitch to Metcalf for a few more yards. Lots of your products are banned here. Heart attack potatoes are the healthiest option.
Holding offense for 88. The 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
All right, I think I need to make a video now, Wyatt. The recipe for heart attack potatoes.
We just talked about the rookie. He's trying to use the leverage.
And that's an offensive holding call. 1st and 18 now for the Seahawks with 8 minutes left. That's a big penalty. Geno back, has time, and it intercepted to the 20, to the 15. And that's the momentum shift that San Francisco was looking for. That is a huge interception, and they took it almost all the way to the house. Geno Smith. Wow, just not a good game at all tonight. Need to start calling them heart attack potatoes. Make sure to use canola oil. Gotta make sure it's as unhealthy as possible. No, I'm not eating the canola oil, though. I make it with avocado oil. Not actually trying to have a heart attack. Oh, see, I was talking about these conspiracies. Fake conspiracies. Nothing I said is true, of course, King James. And now I hear a helicopter outside my house. You guys hear that? And there's a handoff. San Francisco picks up about 3 there.
I think Geno Smith expected him to come across the field, and instead he lost ground and got depth, making it easier for Green to be able to step in.
Oh, DK Metcalf, not a happy player. Oh, and Geno Smith on the sideline, literally hitting himself in the head with his tablet, and then he threw it down. I hope he didn't break that. It's got all those plays in it. Second and 4. Wow, and the running back just running guys over there. Picks up about another 1 and 2. So this is going to be 3rd and short for San Francisco, and another big 3rd down play for Seattle. Can they keep San Francisco out of the end zone once again? I think Geno might be crying on that. Somebody just stood in front of him. I guess I shouldn't embarrass him, but somebody just stood in front of him when the camera got on him. I think he's might be on the sideline having a mental breakdown right now. All right, 3rd and 4 for the Niners on their own 12-yard line. And that's George Kittle for a touchdown. Purdy throws it to Kittle in double coverage.
So Kittle went back to the locker room, comes back. Now he's going to
I don't know what Kittle got out of the locker room, but he was running to the locker room.
I knew exactly. If we score, we're coming up into the stands tonight.
Might have went and got something a little extra, a little something special in there. I'm not sure. But the 49ers now up 30-17. And all of a sudden, Seahawks, things once again not looking too good for the Seattle Seahawks. And they're going to go for 2 because that would put them up by 2 touchdowns. Purdy back, overthrows, but there's a flag on the play.
Kittle's touchdowns tonight have come on 3rd down plays.
Potatoes were the last American vegetable available to be GMO'd.
It's on the rookie Pritchett.
So penalty on Seattle, put them on the 1-yard line. Fun fact, canola oil stands for Canada Low Acid Oil. Seriously? It was originally produced as fuel for diesel engines on large ships. Then they found you could consume it without instant death. Holy shit. I did not know that. I knew they were using like used oil. We've used used oil for biodiesel. But wow, that's horrible. That's horrible. Now I'm even more depressed. Thanks, Wyatt. No. No, we need to know some of these things, though. And, you know, the quicker people can start eating more naturally, the quicker we can stop having such high cancer, diabetes rates, and things. Since it was incredibly cheap to produce, it got rebranded as cooking oil. Throughout North America, it's literally diesel fuel. Look it up. Wow. That's pretty scary. Well, why aren't we running engines on it now then? I guess maybe it's still more expensive than gas, because what, for about a quart of it, it's about $3 for a quart of canola oil, I would imagine. So 4 quarts is a gallon. So it's still about $12 a gallon. You maybe get it cheaper if you buy more of it at a time. But yeah, that's a sad story. So it's your guys. So canola oil is your guys' fault, huh? Man, and I thought you Canadians were on our side. I thought you were making our stuff healthier. You know what I say to that?
Blame society. Or should we blame the images on TV? No, blame Canada. Blame Canada. With all their beady little eyes and flapping heads so full of lies. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. We need to form a full assault. It's Canada's fault.
Because apparently canola oil was Canada's fault. Canola oil also has a very high burn point, which makes it easy to cook with. Cheap plus easy to cook, which is why it's used in fast food chain, every fast food chain in America. That's true. Yeah, I was cooking with canola oil for a long time. I would cook like potatoes and especially corn tortillas. But yeah, we switched. Sometimes we do grapeseed oil. I try to do avocado oil now for most things. And here come the Seahawks kickoff return. Gets it back out to the 30, number 33, Williams. Mine and Jim's fault. They almost banned it in Canada multiple times, which would have been hilarious. We just shipped out poison to you, geniuses, and we ban it. Oh, there's a lot of things. Like I've been researching, a lot of the things other countries send us, and we use it in our food supply, and it's literally banned in their country. Like use canola oil because he's diesel. And Kenneth Walker gets... Oh, he didn't get out of bounds on that play.
12 points for San Francisco. It's the difference in his football game. They came in the ninth.
So 2nd and 9, just 6 minutes left in this game. The Seahawks do have 2 timeouts, but they're going to need to score very quickly. They're going to need probably a 3 and out, or at least they can't let San Francisco get 2 first downs. Geno back has time, finds Fant, the tight end, over the middle. That's a first down, 5.5 left. They got to move. NFC West lead on the line. And Geno back. I don't know how he escaped from that. And finds Jaxon Smith Njigba. Unfortunately for Seattle, San Francisco was able to keep him in bounds. 2nd and 5. And they're going to need to do this more than 5 yards at a time. Seattle on their own 45-yard line. Geno back. Oh, and man.
Again, putting the heat on.
He was a second away from being sacked there.
Up in the backside, line side of Geno Smith against good. Cross at left tackle, who's got great length, great hands, but has not had to deal with 97 tonight. He's had to deal with...
And he almost got the ball to Lockett. That's actually a pretty good play by Geno. And here's the snap, 3rd and 5. Flag on the play. Geno finds Metcalf to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown. Now let's see where the penalty is.
Illegal shift is going to be the call against Seattle.
And it's an illegal shift call against Seattle. That touchdown will come back.
Illegal shift. Seattle.
I needed those points too, damn it.
You heard him say that Kenneth Walker, who went out in motion because of the movement by Lockett, he never stops. He never gets set. So here's Lockett.
Damn you, Walker.
Walker right here. When he goes out to the left, he just kind of keeps moving. He needs to come set, and he never does. So an irrelevant penalty cost the Seahawks.
So that penalty would not have stopped the play.
3rd and 10 after the flag. That's caught just about at the first down.
And there's a first down for Seattle. That's number 19, Bobo, but they are running out of time. They really needed that reception. Who else wants Belichick to become the new coach of the Jets? The irony. Oh, yeah, he hates Robert Kraft now, the owner of the New England Patriots. Absolutely despises him. And there's another reception from number 19, Bobo, who has the presence of mind to get out of bounds. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 3. Excuse me. Seattle, they're almost at the point to where they're going to need an onside kick, though. That's got to be so disheartening, though, the Seahawks. They know they already scored a touchdown, and it was taken back because of a meaningless penalty. There's Jaxon Smith Njigba, and he fumbles the ball. Seattle jumps on it, but that's going to be a loss. That fumble lost them about 10 yards, takes away the first down. I mean, at least they got the ball back, but...
Ripped the ball out. There it is.
Oh, yeah, and it was ripped out. 3rd and 2.
He punched that one out.
Would have been a first down by a few.
Before the snap.
False start. Offense. Number 67. 5-yard penalty.
And a false start on the offense. I mean, it is raining flags now. Swear these zebras can dictate Vegas spread with flags alone. 50-yard TD. That would have been 20 plus points for you. Brutal, right? King James easily. NFL football is the easiest game to rig I've ever seen. Oh, absolutely. And there's Kenneth Walker III. Catches that for a first down. Yeah, because we look at the board and we see 29-17 all the way through. Well, what is that? It's because we made a touchdown worth so much. Seahawks, they've really only scored 3 times. One of them was the field goal, just 2 touchdowns. And there's a reception for Lockett. And, oh, what is this? There's a fight going on. Who's picking a fight with Lockett?
Nobody took Kenneth Walker down that right sideline. Yet, I think gets his eyes in the backfield 22. Watch, he kind of, he just, there's no one there.
Oh, yeah, he went off of him. Wow.
He was rolling that way when he got out of the pocket. Just didn't see him.
Is it this Friday? I've done Karate Combat before. What time's the Karate Combat tomorrow? I'll do Karate Combat, especially since I'm about to go out of town and I'm worried about missing 2 streams. All right, Geno back. Finds Kenneth Walker III again, who barrels for another first down. But like I said, we're pretty much an onside kick territory here. 1st and goal, 2:10 left. It'd be nice if Seattle could snap this before the 2-minute warning. And they do. And in and out of the hands of Tyler Lockett. And the clock would have stopped anyways because it's an incomplete pass, so they waste the 2-minute warning timeout. Alright, I'm just going to try to see when this, when the Karate Combat is on. If it's on tomorrow. I thought it was on today. Oh no, it's on tomorrow. Start at 5 p.m. Pacific. Alright, yeah, let's plan on some Karate Combat tomorrow. 2nd and goal for the Seattle Seahawks. A lot of weapons. It's nice to have Metcalf out there to catch the ball, to maybe get a touchdown. One of the things that he does, sometimes it's even more important though, is he draws a lot of coverage to open up these other guys. I'll tune in even if I can't join from the homestead. Sounds good. Karate Combat. Oh, and Jaxon Smith Njigba catches it, but he's way out of bounds. More entertaining than many realize. Yeah, it's actually really good. I'm sure there are other teams, but the Chiefs don't seem that good to me. They just get calls when they need them. They seem like a top 15 team to me who gets all the calls, making them top 2. I agree. Probably other teams that are similar, but I've noticed the Chiefs personally. 3rd and goal. And Geno being chased overthrows Metcalf, and 4th and goal, and you got to go for it on 4th down here, obviously. They're down by 12. A field goal does nothing for you. I mean, it covers a point spread. But I know no NFL players would have anything to do with betting on any games. Spread is 11.5 at the moment. And yeah, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. I said they kind of have to. 9 yards out of the end zone. Geno back, has time, touchdown! Tyler Lockett. 1:44 left in the game. Of course, if Metcalf's touchdown hadn't been called back earlier, this would be a much bigger deal. They'd have a lot more time left on the clock. But this will get them within 6. Unfortunately, San Francisco can pretty much run the clock out with a 1st down. Seattle has 3 timeouts.
And now,
so many mistakes in this game.
it used to be, the onside kick, you have to declare it now. If you're going to go for it. The other option, obviously, is to kick off, take the timeout, and just hope you can hold it.
Right. I think with all 3 timeouts, I would...
You're going to have to risk the onside kick. Well, they have to tell them they're doing an onside kick now. I didn't realize that. So that's going to make it pretty much impossible to ever get an onside kick again. Because you have to tell them before the play even starts.
But you got to get the 3 stops. That's what you're Mike McDonald, you're a head coach, you're a defensive-minded coach. You gotta trust your defense to do that.
I just don't see Seattle stopping San Francisco three times in a row, but Who knows? Seahawks plus 1,000 underdogs at the moment. Should probably be more. I mean, how do you cap that, though? They're down by 5. And there's a bounce. And Seattle stops them about the 17-yard line. So, like I said, 3 timeouts, but it's all about the stops here. If San Francisco gets a first down, I think this game's probably over. Second week in a row, they're in this situation. Yep, remember last week when they wasted the whole clock with a 10-minute drive? Yep, not sold on the new kickoff gig. I was starting to come around on it until I heard the new rule about the onside kick. And here's a handoff, and that's going to be a first and more, and he's going to the house. Oh, and he gets tackled. Smart actually stops about 2 yards out of the end zone so they can run a little more timeout. And Seattle's going to call a timeout, but San Francisco just sealed this game. Better for head trauma, that's about it. Well, it's kind of cool. We seen a kickoff for a touchdown earlier. If we see more of that, I mean, I like that. That's fun. Yep, it's Gorendo, third-string quarterback, running over Seattle like they're a high school team. You're not going to win too many games when you play like that. And the touchdown-saving tackle might not have been a good thing. Well, I mean, I guess you're not coming back from down 13 either. So, I mean, either way, you're kind of screwed here. It's an example of a well-coached team, yes. And Seattle gets the stop, and they'll call a timeout. Now, let's get real gritty here. Let's get down to brass tacks. What does Seattle have? One last time out. Second and goal. I think San Francisco can run the clock out. But if they don't get it here and they don't get it on the next one, if they kick a field goal, that's going to put them up by 8. Which means Seattle could hypothetically win the game with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I mean, real long shot. Seattle plus 3,500 underdog at the moment. Oh, and no, it's, I would say it's over now. San Francisco scores the touchdown. And they're all going to jump into the Niners box there. 35-24. Oh, and I don't know why I put the Niners at 30 points. They have they had 29, but like it matters now. What's up, Jason Kagan? That's what we're calling our fan group, Mikey. The Frenzy. I like it. Kept ball out of opponent's hands. Yep, Hawks are great at blowing it in the final seconds. New signature finish. Geno's got this. Adams, roll the credits. Yeah. So Seattle no longer in control of the NFC West. Geno Smith's going to come out and try to pad some stats, and that's about it. Hopefully get a few long balls to DK Metcalf. I'd be happy with an 80-yard pass to Metcalf. Frenzy. Oh, what neighbors are lighting off fireworks for San Francisco when somebody's gonna burn their house down? This is Seahawks town. This is Seahawks country. And there's the kickoff to the 30, to the 40, to about the 47. So good run back from Williams. A minute left in this game. I believe Seattle has one timeout. Wonder if he'll nail it out like a pussy. Bet the odds. Hawks, what odds you getting? Plus 20,000? Plus 3,500. Geno back, has time. Oh, Jaxon Smith Njigba cut off on his route. And it looked like he might have been about to take that one to the house, but no go. Point spread's 11.5 right now. And Hawks are down by 12. But if you take the Hawks and plus 11.5, it's plus... It was plus 260. They just took it off the board. And Geno on the run. Throws it out of bounds. Yeah, still plus 350. Oh, I didn't realize John Lynch was president of football operations and general manager for the 49ers. He's one of the hardest hitting guys to ever play. Like, wasn't it Sean Kemp who shit-talked Michael Jordan and never backed down from the smack-talking? Gary Payton. Geno back, 3rd and 10, almost throws another pick. Intended receiver is number 19, Bobo. Kemp was a beast, and I always wish the Bulls had him. He definitely was a beast. He was fun to watch play. Not as fun as Jordan, James, but and Geno back and finds the tight end Fant, who runs out of bounds for a first down, 45 seconds left, just padding those stats. Was Lynch that really good safety, or am I confusing him? Yeah, I believe he was a safety. Yeah, he just hit like a... Wasn't a big guy at all either. And, I mean, he just smashed people.
It's funny you think about it.
Probably one of the biggest reasons that rules were changed. I mean, he knocked guys out. Helmets were flying.
Offense, number 19. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
When you think about the 49ers, 5 Super Bowl wins, but none.
False start on Bobo.
Like, I was shocked when you said that.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Seattle, usually it's an infraction on a hobo, but this time it's on a Bobo. 1st and 15 from the 45. And Geno's going to take the sack. Jordan's a unicorn, and he doesn't poo. He glitters. Imagine how much better camp may have been without the narcotics addiction. True. Damn, so they got a CTE guy as GM? That sounds retarded. Like having Tito as UFC matchmaker.
the crowd going wild. They blew the...
Oh, man, he didn't know how to lead with anything but his helmet either. He would just fucking spear guys. Geno back, 2nd and 23. Finds a tight end again, Noah Fant. That was like a double, two-handed underhand pass there. And Seahawks just trying to, I guess, make this game. No, and he is.
Stopping the clock. It'll be.
Oh, he's going to spike it and stop the clock. 4th down.
Really feel Seattle too with a new coach, new regime, new coordinators, especially on the offensive side.
This is just all. I think this is just all about reps for Seattle playing in this type of situation. 4th and 10, pressure coming, and Geno's going to throw up a bomb into the end zone, and nobody's coming down with that one, and this game is over. Final score, San Francisco 36, Seattle 24. Sean Kemp was a monster, yes. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Seahawks move to 3-3. San Francisco moves to 3-3. I don't think either team are going to be Super Bowl contenders the way they're playing right now. Check in tomorrow. I'm out. Peace, James. Yes, check us out tomorrow for Karate Combat. Then on Saturday for a doubleheader. A huge, undisputed light heavyweight championship boxing match, followed by UFC. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see you.